Alright, so now that I have confirmed that this is going to actually be able to be heard, hello to whoever's viewing this. I don't know if my friends are going to be viewing this, or if all of YouTube's going to be hearing this. Well, people that click on the video anyway. I don't know who's going to be viewing this, but whoever does, hello. Welcome to the game's editor. This is the map called Devastation. This is what the editor looks like. Don't mind the dead, headless, and armless individual there. That's for a feature I'm working on. This is just what the editor looks like. It's not exactly exciting, but it's pretty cool. This is a direct conflict map, meaning that there are a bunch of these push points, which are just empty transforms, and then the manager uses those to tell the AI where to push and where to stay, where to defend, and all that. So that's pretty cool, but that is not exactly why I have created the video. I am working on animation. This is the wrong area. Here it is. Okay, so this is the area where I've been testing out my new animations, and one moment, I'm going to okay, yeah, so if you look in here, I've got a bunch of animations. About 80% of them I just kind of yoinked. This one I made myself. I'm actually going to be changing the entire medical system, which is what brings us to these four right here, holding a torso bleed. So now you will be able to hold bleeds for your character to minimize the bleeding out part of the equation, in case you want to just wait for someone to heal you with your IFAC, which might save on time, because I'm thinking that I'm going to incentivize teamwork by making it so that if you're healing someone else, the cost in medical supplies of healing someone else will be less than healing yourself. So you'll be using their IFAC, but you'll be using less of their IFAC than if they were to heal themselves. At least that's the idea. So if you are giving medical treatment to yourself, it'll be a lot more costly than getting healed by someone else, which might make some sense from a real-life perspective, too. This is the one for when they're holding one of their legs. This one I kind of just mirrored, one on either side. You know, they work. I don't know if they're exactly AAA level by any means, but the animation gets the point across, which is the important part. You know? They're really simple, but they get the job done. This, I seriously doubt someone's going to get hit in the head and survive. So I'm just going to assume that it's a neck hit that's a graze that they're holding. And that's what, this is what this looks like. Extremely lucky if you ever end up having the chance to see this animation for more than like a split second before the fucker drops. So yeah. But it's pretty cool. And then in arm bleed, thoroughly suffering, you know, as they should. Because I'm under the impression that this is probably not a very fun situation for them to be in. Other than that, I have been working on the audio and working on campaign at least. I've been working on the campaign a bit. Yeah, it's pretty cool. If I go into the menu, I can show you all. One moment. This program is really slow because I've added a lot to it. So it's starting to catch up to me. So yeah, this is what most people see. This is just the general scene. All the little characters just chilling around doing their various things. Some people guarding the infiltration point. I'm planning on varying this based off of which faction you're in, like what area I'm showing you. So I'll have like a building here, I'll have a little building here for the RF, and I'll have a little building over here for the Noct or something. And I'll make it so that you can't actually see each other's buildings, so it doesn't look like you are all having a happy camp together. They're enemy factions, they aren't just going to hang out. But yeah, that's an idea that I've had. Anyway, to the main point, if you look in here, this is now operations are just most of the missions in the game at the moment. All of the missions in the game at the moment, because I haven't added proper campaign missions quite yet. But the current mission is shown in the campaign, because this is the campaign menu. Actually, I can just go in game and show you what it looks like that way. Because I do have some example stuff. I just took the first mission that's currently in the game and put it into all of them. So, yeah. This is what it looks like. It's pretty simple stuff. This right here, you might be wondering, what is this? It is the level of the faction that you have selected in the faction menu. By default, you are Greyshield, but you can switch between Greyshield, Romeo Foxtrot, or Regiment of Fire, or whatever you want to call them, and the Noct. And those three factions will have different levels, and their levels will determine not your own skill. Your own skill is pretty much completely independent of theirs. But it'll determine the AI's ability to do a lot of the stuff that they'll do. Like, how well will they be equipped? Will they just have regular M4s, or will you see people running around with Barretts, in the case of the GS operators? So, yeah. It's going to allow each campaign mission to grant or take away, in some cases, XP based on how well you perform in the mission. And even if you die in a campaign mission, based on the level relative to the level of the other factions that you're fighting in that battle, you'll have a chance to have that mission auto-succeed despite the fact that you died, which I think is going to make it a lot nicer, because you won't be able to go back into missions and retry them. It's a very linear thing, the way that I'm building it, because, well, this is supposed to be a representation of real-life combat. You can't just go back and perfect your run in real life. That's not how that shit works. So, you know. But it's pretty cool. If I now go into the firing range, I can show you one of the cool guns that I've added for the Greyshield or the RF operators, the good old VSS Ventores. Oh, sounds like an A-10's taken off somewhere. Oh, there he goes. Into the, oh, holy shit, he's climbing. Oh my god, I don't think I programmed it that way. I'm gonna have to check that later. Oh! He did a loop-de-loop. Don't worry about it, that's totally natural. Yeah. So this is the VSS Ventores. Irons are terrible at the moment. Something for me to work on, for sure. Right now, the RF operators don't really have the greatest feeling guns on Earth, primarily because, well, if I'm being honest, they really weren't supposed to be a playable faction initially, but the depth of the game was something to be desired, at least. And so I just wanted to make sure that there was something for everyone, and being the American Empire isn't always what someone wants to do. In fact, for some people, holy sh... what was that? Anyway, I genuinely have no idea why that's happening. One sec. I don't think that's because of anything I've done. I'm unsure, but there might be an actual battle going on because I set up some AI at some point and they're shooting each other. Which was hilarious, but I'm gonna have to check that in a minute. Anyway, so the VSS Ventores is one of the weapons I've had. I've added a bunch of other weapons. Don't mind that. Other weapons, and they all work really nicely. Very happy with how that's all coming along. Overall, just a very